I would love to know.
You're using it in the way it is. So, I mean, obviously you have no – I mean, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think it's frame of reference, right? Like, I remember Facebook when it was very there, so it seems odd to me now. And if it's always looked like that for you, then it doesn't seem odd.
Wow. I love to see what the original one look like. That's crazy. That's real crazy. I got my hand slapped a second ago from I think Jay in the Pod Squad group me. You know, I'm in two different group me. So I'm in X Squad group me. I'm in Pod Squad group me. So I had to learn y'all etiquette on the Pod Squad side. On our side, X Squad, we have a show. We go live. We paste it like bam. Come check us out. Boom. And that's how you see everybody in the chat room. I think I did the same thing here on Pod Squad. He's like, don't sell drugs to drug dealers. Which I mean, I guess all y'all are podcasters. So why would y'all listen to my show? Which I don't understand the concept. I guess because we live. I guess we do live shows, so we like live interaction. Maybe it's different on that. Maybe one of y'all can explain that side because I don't know. I don't understand it.
I think the whole premise behind our group was more so like a sharing of ideas. And I think for the most part, we all kind of know each other fairly well. Not like super best friends, but we've interacted with each other enough to kind of know when who drops and what they have going. So we all kind of follow each other and just, hey, you know, you drop your link on Twitter, say, hey, my show's up. We just retweet it on Twitter. Like, we're just like, we're there, we see it, we know when most people drop, so we just go to SoundCloud or whatever their, you know, platform of choice is, just retweet from there. So we don't really look at it as the group chat as a place for it, I guess, because we all know each other.
Right.
If that makes sense. Like,
okay.
I guess it's one of those things where we just kind of look at it as fun and games without everybody seeing our conversations on Twitter, because I think part of the reason was that we had some other probably bigger shows or shows that we didn't really know anything about allegedly steal content. I mean, I'm not going to be the one to say whether they did or didn't, because I don't know for sure. But other people have said that shows have stolen content and shaped shows around things that we've had conversations about on Twitter. So I don't know.
I got you.
Very true.
I got you. I understand.
I can't say for sure. That's an allegation. I don't know. Nobody be mad at me because I don't fucking know. All I'm saying is that is what I was told, and I think that was part of the reason for the group chat, so people could bounce ideas off each other and not worry about them ending up on BuzzFeed.
All right, so Shane, I think you said you might record on Spreaker. I'm not sure, but I think VJ, you said Q. Y'all actually do a Spreaker show as well. Do you do a live Spreaker show, or do y'all do an upload show? Or do you know?
I think that it just kind of depends. Sometimes sometimes it's live. Like if we haven't had the audio issues and everything went well and there was no like pauses or anything,
right,
then usually it's just live stream. But if we know it's going to be one of those nights where we're just kind of all over the place, then we normally have to
edit. I got you.
upload it after the fact if it has to be edited.
What about you, Shane? Y'all straight SoundCloud?
No, we always we straight up upload everything. We haven't we've done one live broadcast. It was actually my second one. The second episode where I did an interview with Christian Broswell from Chicago. We were basically just talking politics back and forth. So that one we did live, but we did that on YouTube. We streamed that on YouTube, and it's still on the channel. Also, it's on the SoundCloud, on the iTunes, and on the YouTube. So, but that was the only time we've ever done that. Most of the time, we just he'll come over, we'll kind of work out our ideas or whatever, and then we'll just record. Because usually I'll based on what the show, based on how it kind of turns out, I guess we decide what intro music to play at the beginning. So we kind of do the show first. And then, okay, what overall song will kind of capture the feeling of the show? Okay, this one. So that's how we do it.
Gotcha. And you know what I think? Cause y'all are, it's funny. A lot of my group is, we probably start, I guess, you're young 30s, VJ. Shane, are you 30?
After I get off. I am 29. I will be 30 on July 6th.
So see, y'all are right at the millennial bubble. You know what I'm saying? So y'all some what's the word? Tweeters. Y'all, everybody is tweeters. You know what I'm saying? Most of the pod spot very, very adept in tweeting and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? As far as X Squad, my other clique, we a little bit older. A lot of us are older, and we got some younger guys. The younger guys are very good and adept in tweeting as well. And some of them, a lot of them interact even with y'all. Some of them interact with y'all on the other end. So I notice there's a difference, an age gap. You know what I'm saying? They're good on the Twitter. My older folks like, man, forget that Twitter. I'm like, man, y'all got to tweet. You know, you got to do that. You got to do your tweet and do your Facebook share, this and that. But they're more so like they're just going to share it on a Facebook group and call it a day. I'm like, man, you got to do your tweet and you got to do this, you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to push, like, you got to do all your things. But it's funny to see that y'all are very avid and very good with the tweeting. And like you said, everybody knows when everybody's shows drops and stuff like that. It ain't the same with me. I got 17 podcasters on the X Squad with me, and for the most part, we know when everybody drops. We'll show up in each other's shows and jump in there and just live. But we're at the point so much that if we don't catch the show live, we don't necessarily go back after that. It's like I didn't catch the show, so I'm not really interested in hearing your show after live. It's like we got spoiled. Spreaker messed us up where we want to hear live shows and live content. We don't even like on demand like that. It's weird. I'm telling you, it's absolutely crazy to see the differences between the environments.
Well, I think we're just kind of also
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think a lot of it, too, is like you were saying, I think it's maybe the age difference. Like with millennials, like we do like on-demand things, but we like them on our own time, right? Like it's one of those things about gratification. Like I know for a fact, like, this person's show drops on Thursdays. Okay, well, I know these people drop on Thursday. That's what I'm going to listen to on Thursday. I know this happens on Wednesday. This is what I'm listening to on Wednesday. Like, it's just kind of one of those things. Saturday and Sunday, I'm not at work. I may listen to a couple of podcasts in the car. That's my days to, like, pick a new podcast to listen to. Like, it's just kind of being able to kind of plan those things. So I don't ever worry about trying to listen to it live, because then I'm like, what if I miss it? What am I going to... And I still want to listen because you get used to hearing every week. So then if you can't listen, you want to go back. So just kind of put yourself on a schedule and know when things drop. And then if you're behind, you can catch up when you have time.
Right. And see, the thing, like I said, we actually came over with a guy who runs this network, Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. And that's how we all pretty much got on and did our podcast. But we followed him over because he was on live radio. And when him and his brother stopped doing radio, he found this platform. So he runs his like an online radio format radio station. So every day he's on between 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day. So he's got a chat room full of like, you thought my numbers with 20-something people chatting at the same time. His is like 200 plus chatting at the same time. So he has a live chat room every day. You know what I'm saying? So we're in there and we're like a family. Like that's how everybody knows each other. We all have our avatar, our names. We interact. We follow each other on Spreaker. If something goes live, we all in that room next. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's funny. It's almost like imagine taking your podcast and adding Black Planet to it or something. that might. I'm sorry. That's before your time.
It's like AOL, but like for 2017. Like it's like AOL. It's like Instant Messenger.
Right. Oh, you had a Black Planet profile?
It's Instant Messenger for 2017. That's wild.
I had all the little, what was those little joints that they used to have on there? Like the little cartoon characters.
The avatars.
Who used to wear the hoodies.
Yeah, the avatars.
And they had all the shit you could decorate your page with. You could have like a song and all. Man, yeah, Black Planet was the truth back in the day.
Right.
I've never had a Black Planet account. Never been on there before in my life.
Black Voices,
Black Planet, and AIM.
Oh yeah, AOL Instant Messenger was off the chain.
But I had Instant Messenger and I had a Yahoo Messenger, but I never had Black Planet. It took me forever to sign into MySpace. I was like, why would you want to talk to? Like, I didn't get it. I was like, what do you want? It took my friends convinced me in college to get a MySpace.
Ho. I'm sorry. Y'all are tripping now. Hold on. I'm putting the date on AOL here. I was on AOL. That was around 2000, 1999, 2000. That was over 27 years ago. I was 20. Let me say I was 20. I was 27. Y'all had to be like 11 and 9. That don't even make no sense. How y'all gonna have AOL accounts? That don't even make no sense to me. You gotta explain yourself.
AOL came on
I was like, AOL, yeah, they were sending distance 95, 96, and I was 11
right.
then, but I didn't have an AOL account.
50 free hours, AOL.
Yeah, the free internet hours, but right, I didn't have like an actual like account. That wasn't until I was like in high school that I was allowed to have like an AIM. Like, yeah, this like in like you said, 2000. That was the year I started high school.
Okay, so you started high school.
Yeah,
okay.
Like I was in high school.
All right. So yeah, okay, y'all were young aimers at that time.
Oh, not man. Even that. Like my parents were kind of. I think my parents were kind of strict actually. So like you're saying 2000, and hell, I don't think I had an AIM until like 2002 maybe. Because my the only reason I know is because my screen name was Spirit Sprinkle 17. So I had to have been 17 at that point.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Wow.
But I had to be 17, so it was like 2002. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to my man, the number one chief rocker, Jersey Burn, another X Squad affiliate up in this piece. He has a show, comes on Mondays after Doug Stewart's show at 1 o'clock p.m. Every Monday, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Sports wrap-ups through the weekend, so definitely be sure to follow him on xsquadaffiliate.com and WSME Network, WSMEradio.com. Also, JY3 snuck up in here.
Beat.
Yeah, we got a lot of X Squad. I told you I got 30 X Squad folks here, but 17 of us do podcasts. Others are just what do you call it? Support. They come through and make sure when we go live, they help share our show and come in and listen. That's how it runs, man. It's a family.
The rest of them just gang.
Yeah, we just got a gang, man. We got a gang of folks, man. Ninjaville's up in here. My man 334 said his said 334 Bama boy, the Jody of Ninjaville. So he called himself the Jody of Ninjaville.
Oh wow.
See, I told you.
No, but like back to the Twitter thing though.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna say back to the Twitter thing. Like another reason I know personally, another reason why I use it a lot is because just because of the type of content we do on my show. Like it's very it's a 50-50 show. 50% of it's like entertainment and culture. The other half of it is politics.
Yeah.
So for me to do the political part of my show, because that's my focus, like Corey basically does all the entertainment culture stuff. I do all the political stuff.
Right.
So I watch certain like clips of certain podcasts that come out every day. Yeah. So like, and I get a lot of my news and stuff like that, like different sources and stuff like that from Twitter or whatever. Like not just people tweeting, but like when they tweet out like news links and stuff like that. Like that's how I find a lot of that information for the show. So I have to kind of use Twitter a lot just to stay in the know, especially when like Donald Trump could do something right now and it'll be on Twitter in 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
true.
So that's how I stay on it versus, you know what I mean? Back in the day, you'd have to wait till the 11 o'clock news or whatever to find out what happened. So
that's true.
That's kind of my reason for using it more. So it's just like it's a very constant way of staying in the know as far as anything really. I use it mainly for politics. But really in any field that you could possibly imagine, like you will know anything before anybody else as long as you're on Twitter when it happens.
Yeah, people die, immediately because I think for a lot of news outlets and, like shows or whatever, they tweet things immediately. It goes up, they tweet about it. And I think it's one of those things where it's like, it's instant, but it's also one of those things you can get instant feedback about things, right? So if you post a link or you tweet something or you're reading something, like you are able to interact with people in real time, kind of the way we're doing this show. Like you have people that are in a chat room that can interact with you. I think that's what makes Twitter lucrative to us. Like you get the instant feedback from people. You can talk back and forth with them in real time.
And I would have never met any of y'all if it wasn't for Twitter, to be real. Because, like I said, the only person in the pod squad who I knew out off the internet was VJ. You know what I'm saying? And that's from some music shit from when I was like 15, 16 years old. Like I've been knowing VJ forever. So it's like that was on some music shit from back then. And then, you know what I mean? We went our separate ways for a little while, end up linking back up, do the same thing again. I move out here. He starts helping me, promote the podcast and stuff. Like, so without Twitter, I would have never been on this show. Here, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot that would have never happened had I not utilized Twitter the way I do. So
yeah,
it's a great source for me.
It's the same thing with me because I actually we had two of our podcasts actually Pod Squad as well. That's Podcast Brothers and we got the Jazz. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking at their show. I said, okay, what the hell are they tweeting? They keep tweeting.
Are they part of the X Squad? I rock with both of them.